All right, so two trades today, both on AMD. Going into market open, I was actually had more of a short bias for the semis. So there was news. There was news on Nvidia, and everything was sort of selling off going into open. We had a big news event at 10. This Jackson Hole symposium that everybody's been talking about. Obviously, I think this was sort of something that the market was waiting for. I don't really know enough to know how that was going to impact the market, but I know enough to know that you need to be cautious around these events. And ultimately, the market really responded quickly and vigorously to that. So if anyone was in a position, it really worked out for them. But that being said, these things can go either way. So it worked out, but it's obviously always better to err on the side of caution. So my plan was right into the open, seeing if AMD or Nvidia could bounce off their previous day lows. So sort of looking at AMD here, the the previous day low was here, kind of coming into open. The market was moving up to it. Nvidia had a similar chart, but its previous day low was further. So I was watching both of those and to see how the Qs would react, because the Qs was opening in range. It had a doji day yesterday, so an inside bar day yesterday. Sorry. So I was looking at the previous high and previous low levels to see where price should move. So into the open, price responded to the upside, and then what happened was at 10 o'clock we sort of had this huge news candle. So if we look at AMD, prior, the first trade I took was the 5-minute range previous day close retest. So we were kind of consolidating for the first 45 minutes. We pushed above, and then what I wanted to do was take the retest. So buyers appeared to be stepping in. So I decided to go long and got stopped out pretty quickly. So I went hands off, and I waited for that news to come in at 10 o'clock, and obviously we pushed higher from that. So at that point I'm like, okay, let's wait. And and then at 10:30 or so we had this retest of VWAP, and that pushed higher, and then we didn't actually get to the level, but I like the reaction, and then we were above the previous day high now. So this was sort of prime for an opportunity to move higher. So once it sort of buyers showed they were stepping in, we reclaimed that level. I took it long. I took a high of day scale, which was pretty much a 2-to-1 risk to reward, as we can see here. So kind of had that 2-to-1, and now I have a few more runners being left. I'm sort of leaving them at this 2-to-1 mark. There's a whole bunch of orders sitting at 168. So I don't know. Probably should have taken profits on that sooner, but I didn't. So just trying to hold my level, see what happens. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Most of the trade had already been profits had already been taken. So that was my day. I think it was one of those days that you could have probably traded a lot, and things would have worked out. Obviously, that first trade didn't work out, so I'm pretty much up 1 hour on the day. But I think all said and done, not a bad day. And here's my stop out for my last trailers. But hope that was helpful, and have a good day.